evening, folks. It's 2326 on the 28th day, ninth month, 2022. And would you look at the guilt? This is a planned event of what they say is going to hit over the next 60 hours between Orlando and Jacksonville in this SWAT, which I said it was going to happen. And this is the most accurate graph that I could find. And I looked around, I said, yeah, this is about what I seen happen. So this is most of it's in 48 hours. I'm going to change my title on this to 48 hours. And this is a SWAT that covers most of Florida. Some of the totals less, some higher. I think some of this is going to come when it comes offshore. It kicks back around when the wind changes directions when it comes offshore. That's when a lot of stuff's going to fall down. We've been hearing reports of some catastrophic wind damage already, high surf, a storm surge. You know how that works? You can get a pressure. It'll pull up a suction bubble of the ocean itself, like if you sucked on a drink in a straw, put your thumb over the top or your tongue held it. You can hold the water in the air and move it along and drop it where you want. And it's occurring now, right now. So Sarasota looks like it's totally in the sights. So I pulled up the latest image. I'm going to run it. Let's see how many we get here. 200 frames. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Maybe it's overkill. Right, this is it's already come ashore. So the data from earlier, I'll keep it up on the internet, but I'll have to redo it. Look at the formation of this center of circulation here. Bomb, 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 bomb going off. I'm gonna do my best to keep this clean. Well, that didn't really help to make it bigger to par, but maybe, oh yeah, it did. All right, let's see. Right, can I get at the controller? All right, it's jumping in about looks like right around 30-second increments. So right now I'm going backwards. 80 frame 86, 87. It's total chem bomb. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it would take a few seconds to, I'd imagine minutes. I'm very surprised it's actually giving me that much time in between. Bomb going off here, here, and here, and here, and here. Right? Nucleating this. This thing is a very dangerous storm. As this eye wall's breaking down, what's kicking back in toward what you would call feeding back in. It isn't going directly in. It's coming out this way and it's squaring off. See? That's the signs of electromagnetic frequency. Bomb, bomb, bomb going off there. Off coast here to keep the hurricane season is going over the ocean. So this got plenty of food, or all the conditions are right for the storm to continue. Yep, this is geoengineering. The torus field of the bottom flow to the top is well evident in this flow up here. As you'll get a field that looks like this. Imagine this is a storm cut in half. The eye is just straight up and down. So you'll end up with a field coming up and clouds going over the top, right? And downs and arounds and terrible vortices of electricity that cause lots of cloud effect. You got a 5 bomb formation here just coming in off the Gulf of Mexico over Florida. Look. Actually, with this view, you could really see the deployments well. And how they're dispersing. See the straight lines? These are chemtrails, chemical trails in the sky as defined in the Paris Governance Agreement, which is a publicly available SIGI document number 111. And you got a lot of homework to look through the footnotes, and you'll find these things. See if they're bombing the low deck. You look for looks like a domino. You'll see the 5. You'll see the 3. Here goes one. Sailing over. Chem bombs, chem bomb. They came in and they scoured Florida clean. And gee, all the tunnels in Disney will be gone. I have a hard time getting between Epcot and the magical kingdom of Club 33. Look at the bomb going off over the coast over here. Boom! Go to plumes, and here it goes. It's just boiling away over the fish. Not cool at all. Streamers in from the Bahamas. Nice, fresh, warm chem from down, whatever was down here blowing off. And it just comes up and in. Hurricane seasonings. Yep, it's the hurricane season, someone said. I said, yeah, well, look at the hurricane seasonings here. These are not what you used to see, funneling in nicely. This is streamers of magnetic particulates and chemical catalysts in the sky. And let's see if we can get a couple other views now, because I'm going to go at this one. Right. And in typical fashion, the center of the storm is not very visible on this particular image, but I do have a little bit of a peak. And if you look in here, it's not devoid of cloud. That would be indicative of a storm that had its pressures as low as it had. Yeah. Bombed again. Here they go. Surf's up. And your home's been wiped out. Why? Because you didn't say no to the Paris Agreement and all the money they want. Trillions of dollars. Trillions. Yeah. Why would they do this? Trillions of dollars. Follow the money. And George Carlin said it's a big club and you're not in it, and he failed to mention you could take that club and beat them with it. Right? Beat them at their own game. Look at that mighty thin row of pearls there, eh? Evenly spaced plumes, but, they're easier to see in motion. These streamers are definitely not naturally occurring cloud formations. These are chem bomb streamers, man. Absolute chem bombs. Don't believe that rain bomb bullshit. I've been calling these chem bombs for years. And look at these chemtrails over North Carolina. Look at this. This is obvious proof of putting in place what is needed to continue this storm as it barrels in through the South Carolina area around here, which I'll show you here in a few. And these are chem bombs. Yeah, I don't think if the Wright brothers know over here at Kitty Hawk what was going to go on with their plane, maybe they'd have stopped, or with flight itself. Isn't that wonderful in the background? Loving life. Right. I'm going to go back onto the bombs over here that have been deployed over to North Carolina in this huge fishery known as the Gulf Stream. A little bit different color to that one, huh? Than that one. Than this one here. Boom, 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 boom. Big straight lines of chemtrails over the Gulf Stream waters off the coast of Norfolk, Virginia. Look at this is the Chesapeake Bay. That's not very good for the oysters and the shrimp. And them oysters are going to be toxic. And those are the things that are used to filter the water out. And what the hell is that? Someone going loopy. Us military. It ain't hurricane hunters out there. You got hurricane sustainers. How many directions of the wind did a cloud go here? Yeah, you see the sickness mix in the sky? That ain't healthy stuff, and it falls out. It falls into the fish that come ashore to these docks, and they make it on your dinner plate. Have that nice calabash seafood here. Well, boy, that stuff is delicious, but I don't know if it's as toxin-free as it should be. The ocean is no longer organic. Let that sink in. Or let it stink in, as the case often is. And as I look over here between Savannah and Augusta, you see the chem bomb signatures again in the sky, like a coma of a comet, and streaming off is what the catalysts are doing, creating clouds. And the direction of the wind of the level of the atmosphere they're on usually determines the direction it's streamered in, or it is being remotely propelled. And that has been not only proposed, it has been legalized in the agreement that I keep mentioning, which you will go pour over yourselves. At some point, I will pull that document out, but I think it's more important now. I just document the assiness of Tallahassee. See it? See it? Bunch of tollywhackers did this. Look at this off the coast. Look at that shadow. See the shadow? Well, that's blocking sunlight from sea life that needs that to photosynthesize. We took their dinner away. Why? Because we feel there's a lie called global warming. And, well, if you put the blanket over your feet at night, are you going to get hot or cold? Well, at night, This entire planet has a blanket over it. It's not radiating its heat out into space properly. And while I don't see it warming at all, boy, has it been cold. When was the last time the temperature matched what they say in the news versus what your phone says is going on? Or the phone says going on versus the thermometer in your yard. That would be a more accurate description. How many times do you see straight lines all across the world when you were younger? If you're my age. Because this is not what clouds look like when I was taught about clouds in school. There were not all these imaginary types, new names for something that was created. Yes, these clouds are real. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't ever let them tell you geoengineering is cloud seeding, because you must create the cloud, and then you may seed it and alter its conditions. Period. And this is over in South America, being sprayed like bugs. Yeah, being treated like bugs. They're asking you to eat bugs. Is that bugging you at all? Feel like that Bush Tucker trial a little bit? Squeeze a little of them yams out on your sandwich? I don't want that. I think that's when starvation happens. And look at the cloud cover on the whole planet. The whole planet. Like somebody planned it. Right? I'm going to continue now. I'm going to change to, let's go with the, the visible ought to be really good right now. Because you guys got daytime. So let's go with the visible blue. We really get some really good shots. Microwaves boiling the outer edge. Cluster bombs going off, just nucleating small cloud particles. Look into drones and how they can carry 700 payloads per day that can go out like fireworks. Look at the top of this one. This isn't a boiling superstorm. This is different layers of the atmosphere being chem-bombed. Look at the bombs going off here. How many directions are the winds? How often are things square? They're square if it's planned to be square, right? When the shadow's on the top of the cloud like that, it really shows up well. Really, really well. See, this is a continual sustainment with bombs. Come on, where was the pause button? Stop. Okay, I gotta do something here. Pause. Stop. Up. And let's do the bit. Oh, nuts. It's toying with me again. Oh man, this one don't let me do it like that. Okay, look at this stream here of chem. And that's chemical catalyst to make clouds. That's square. Look at the bombs going off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A big long cylinder shape. Casting a hell of a shadow. It is. I mean, the sun's done come on this side. Right? As it's setting. That's right. We got to read the shadows right. Because the shadow government lies. They have a shadow nose. Yep. The shadow knows the evil in the hearts of men because the shadow government is the evil. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bombs going off right there. Unfortunately, I can't grab the controller from there. But I can grab it from here. Look at them. Delta formation right there. 1, 2, 3. That's the delta. And these are like 30 seconds apart. That's a quick deployment there. And boom and gone. You can't tell me that's a cumulus cloud because it didn't have enough time to form. We're talking minutes. Cumulus clouds 10 to 15 minutes for just a basic load. That cumulonimbus will last a lot longer. Look at the cylinder shape of these right here in what would be called the eye or the center of this circulation or the squareulation because that's a square. Chem bombs, they came in and they took your sunny skies. And then they said, how dare you, and they taxed you till you cried. Them bombs, they came and then they did a storm on Florida today that's going to make Katrina look like a walk in the park. Look at the square off the coast. Mission Control, stop controlling the weather. And it is controlling the weather by definition of geoengineering. And it is a very real thing. It is not a conspiracy what is going on today. Now we're going to look at the forecast. This is in inches. Okay? Every 3 hours that this storm parks over you with that color stuff is over 7 inches of rain. Okay? 7 inches. 7 inches going in you, Florida. Here it comes. Here it comes, Disney. Not the first time 7 inches has gone in there. My God. This is bad. Wait till it comes around, because it's a rotating storm. It's gonna have to kick around. That's got to come back in. Right, so yeah, Palm Coast, you're fucked. And then you can't, there ain't no time to get out now. If you go and leave now, you're stupid. And you're risking the lives of others. The time to the left was over. Long over. And I told you guys, head west. Look at this slam on. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? It's going to hit. Is it going to go Savannah? Or is it going to skirt Charleston? Oh, Charleston gets the winds. Oh, that's bad. Oh, ma. Oh, fuck. I hope she listened to me. Straight up through the Carolinas. This is going to be roaring. She'll be kicking off tornadoes about the time she gets to Florence. That's what they do traditionally. By the time they get to here, it's kicking tornadoes off left and right. Charlotte. Batten down the hatches, Bisco, all these down flat areas down through in here. Yeah, I know the names of the towns. I've traveled well over here. That Haw River's going to be ripping. New River's going to overdo when up near the mountains. It's not so new. It's got some of the oldest trees in the world. Vietnam. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is my stomping grounds, folks. Not always easy to report these things. My God, that sped out into a dangerous batch of storms. Fucking hell. There's Kitty Hawk, where the first flight would have occurred. This is also known as the graveyard of the Atlantic from World War II. It's also why the last time the Queen Anne's Revenge was seen was off the coast of Wilmington. Right around down here. And a hurricane did it. It came up, they got the bell, it picked some basic pictures, and then the sand shifted again. And who knows, Queen Anne's Revenge may pop up again. It's possible. Hey, Steve, get down to the coast after this. Well, you got time to get there now. But man, that's going to be bad. Very bad. From Charleston all the way through Wilmington. Very, very bad. Fuck. And over the next 48 hours, Charleston begins to feel the brunt. Over the 60 hours, they're getting it. And it's, as the moisture spreads out, I'm going to change graphics. Yeah, that's more about right because of the curve this is going to take and the lay of the land. Icon 5 will nail it. Yeah, that's about right. The heaviest swaths, and then a curveball into Pennsylvania. For some reason, they've been wanting that pass, so that's what I'm going to call on that. This moisture that's sitting off the shore is usable. It's manipulatable. The wind can blow that ashore. What a fucked up situation. When geoengineering is going to kill, and you've warned people, this is one of the main highways of trade in the USA, by the way. The I-95 corridor, the corridor where things split right here, actually, and over here where they go toward Atlanta and skirt the mountains. So the mountain pass, I-77 and all that, you're fucked. Where Interstate 40 goes up and over here, very bad. Sparta, Roaring Gap, Wilkesboro, Boone, Mount Airy. Yeah, I imagine Linville Falls is going to be quite spectacular. I spent a lot of times around here in Sparta, so I know the lay of the land here, and these streams are going to be well overdone. And the Blue Ridge Parkways along here, I imagine they're going to suffer quite the amount of damage and become a poster child for the how dare you that are daring to do this in North Carolina today. Right? This is preparing for the storm. This is the hurricane seasonings. Right here, right now, going on. Okay? As far as the cyclones go, I can go to another stat for you. Yeah, they're projecting path here. I think it might go a little north of that. The infrared on it is fierce, absolutely fierce, but the intensity levels of the pressures are still extremely low, and the winds are very, very high. None available over land. Yeah, well, like you can't measure pressure over land. Political boundaries. Yeah, time to drop those political boundaries and start caring about these creatures in this Gulf Stream that just got done. Can we get Mimic on this one? Yeah, show me. No, he ain't gonna show me nothing. Okay, I'll show me something. Fine. I see Mimic, I'll see Mimic. Cam bomb, they came and took away your sunny skies. Now we'll see what the North Pole's doing. Excuse me. Bzz. There's the beam right here. V right there. Yeah, the one cutting here. They haven't hit the steering beam. Isn't that respectful? Banging into my door. They must be drunk. Anyhow, I'm going to keep going. Right. As this comes out to meet it from up here, right, it's going to put a bank of cold air down, which is actually going to aid in this coming up here and folding that way. If this had met further south, it would have nudged it. This is coming in here. Yep. That beam has actually left a path right here. See it? That's where it's coming through the mountains. And that's Hibernum? No, you got I'm trying to think. Jefferson for sure. Roaring Gap, Bullhead Mountain, Sparta. In that low area where they got the Walmart. Yeah, good fishing shop there. And man, I like fishing. Look at the beam here. Aiming that in. That's pushing that ashore. So as that folds that way and this beam goes that way and that rides up this way, this is now free to move. And where is it going? It is, that's catching into it. So it's going to go up coast a little bit before it hits the stream here. Seen that move enough times. Who did it? What's Alaska doing? Nothing visible on this that I can really see. Right? So we do have some guilt there. I wonder if I can get the next rads up. I'd like to see that. Oh, come on, man. That's Michigan. Let me see Michigan. Okay. Well, that didn't help me much at all. Okay, what else can we show you guys? You know what I want to show you guys now? I'm going to show you Australia. Because you guys are worried too. And, well, you should be. This entire country's about to be inundated as well. As predicted. Go over to the axis and give you a 10. Oh! Yeah, not good at all. I think they missed it. That's about right. You had that total here. Right? Put that with this. And that's what you're getting. Yeah, that's very accurate, actually. between the nothings and the somethings. You're getting it again along that path, coming at you Dubbo, coming at you Burke, Lightning Ridge. You're going to get the light in Maury. I guarantee he's going to have a beaming event that day as they comes on through the trough again. They're coming for this river area again. Again. Yep. Ooh, man, that town's in a bad spot for this one. GTFO. This is a GTFO alert for Burke in North Burke. Take time to do it now. Anywhere near, anybody got a little place of it? Hi, this place here? Yeah, you want to get your tools out, right? Yeah, that's gonna be very bad. So let's give a little bit of a run through on that. What's going on? Oh, so they say the nothing to the something. Oh man, yeah, this is big. Well, let's get you over onto a format you understand. I'm going to look over to see if it's run mils, cents, kilometers. You want inches of snow? Just mess with you. Waves and that. All right, we've nearly gone full metric on you here. Okay. Right. I'm going to let this run for a minute. You've already begun your event here. It's a slow mover and you're getting hit from two directions. Yep. Watch. Oh, that's heavy lightning event. I bet you got chemmed all the fuck. All right, I'm going to look. And while I'm looking at that, I'm going to get this loaded. Should have had it done already. Sorry if it pauses when I do this, but you get what you pay for. At least I got a show running tonight. I roached my my cable. I had a fall last night when the power was out. I tripped over a bunch of cables on the floor. I didn't think I damaged my microphone, but evidently I had. The little USB port where it goes in is damaged. I'll try and fix it. Till then, this seems to be working okay. Infrared grayscale. Cities. Boundaries. Yeah, we need to set some boundaries, all right. All right, let's get that running. I want to see what they sprayed up here. If you're getting that much lightning, the stuff's already in place. It's already there. Chem bomb skies. That was annoying. All right, are we working? Huey didn't have to shit in their face. Well, that was a very interesting comment. She's talking about her chickens, by the way. She has chickens. Yeah, Billy Bob is named after myself and Billy Hayes. I feel very honored to share the name of Billy Bob Chicken. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. I have to clear that up. Geoengineering, given the engineer just from where it's being orchestrated. Serious question. Okay, what is it? Is it being orchestrated from? Well, we're often suspect it's being orchestrated from the shadow government, who has agendas, and then they pay for weather events. Yeah, and that, it has to take a D-Wave computer to organize all this, and it's a very secret and covert military-type operation sanctioned by the United Nations. It's being done openly. As your laws say they could do certain things, doesn't mean it's been done. But it's opening up the way for it to be done, right? I don't claim something's been done until we can absolutely prove it. But we could prove what's in the water samples, soil samples, hair samples. Like if you're picking up aluminum or aluminium, depending where in the world you are, how you pronounce that. And yeah, that's a processed ore. You just don't find that rock on the ground. So that right there tells you something's going on. I imagine tree ring core samples will tell a lot from around the world if we look at them. That's some heaviness is predicted for you guys. Very heavy, heavy stuff. Hello, Fitzroy Crescent. Oh, yeah, let's just have heaviest range right where the waters meet. So what do they want this town? Is there like 17 people here? And oh, that's a pretty big size place. Is this mining place? Marnin Studio. Everybody go down to Marnin Studio because it's a cool name. And Support both these churches. They're probably angry at each other because the one's Catholic and the other's Assembling of God. And we shouldn't have a cross competition. McDonald's got their own way. Wow. Right. Where are these houses in relation to the creeks? Oh man, that ain't good. Usually it's the low bank that gets it. Well, you know what? You guys might want to consider your location right now. Yeah, you consider it right now. Now is when you got to think about that. Get out. You know, you get that little voice from the Amityville horror, the geoengineering horror. Get out. Well, you heard it from me first. Right, let's have a look along the coast here. This is when it should really pop up all at once. What are the pressures at? Where's the pump? Oh, you got blocked. You totally blocked. Everything's tropics. Everything's coming from here. Boy, are you gonna get it? Yeah, that's a block right there. Only thing that's doing right now is kicking up the cold air, man. Cold air, drier air. And man, oh my God. And when it all meets, you're gonna get it. And it opened up the way for this low to come in to make a long stain flooding event. Geoengineering sucks. It does, man. It blows. Oh my God. And another Lando cane. We don't like Lando canes. Doo-doo. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys are really in the shits, man. Really in the shits. Well, I don't want to wind you up, but you've got a big one coming. Really big. Yeah. This is going to be a Northern Rivers event. Absolutely. Everything here is coming. What drains from here? You know that. Across the Continental Divide here. My God, you guys are flowing. And from the look at your map, man, there ain't nowhere to say, hey, go here, go there, go here, go there. It's all lit up. It's everywhere. There is nowhere to go. You cannot run from the sky. Therefore, we should not tamper with the sky. We should leave the sky alone. Just leave it alone. We don't need this in our sky over Roma. Right? Some things should be just left alone. The sickness mix around Charlieville right here. Look at it. Absolute crime scene. Absolute crime scene. Let's let that clear up a moment. If you find my work of value and feel like supporting it, you could do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch or message me. I might sell you some jewelry, or I might have a book laying around if you're in Australia. And well, if you're over here, you got a whole lot of chem bombs laying around. Look at that one going off over here. Oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that same method they're using for the hurricane over there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Go to plumes. Did I get you, Addie? Are you okay? Look at the bombs going. It's just a continual ring of bombs going off, one after the other. Same formation, same sustained, planned weather event. Planned catalyst for your sky. But the boom and the boom and the plume of it all by the plume Nazis. They are. They don't want you to see this. NOTSEES. Plumes. Plume Nazis. Yeah. I might get away with that one. What's going on over here? Bombs on the low deck. Right there. That's going to fall out sooner. That streamer said, hello. That must be a magnetic particulate it was reaching for. What the hell is that? That's chem bomb. Nazified skies. Tell me more about how Nuremberg Saved us. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go forward. 10 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's raining Kim. No hallelujah. It's raining Kim. Raining Kim. Boom, 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 boom. Man, you can't hide these chem bomb skies. How my whales doing? Oh, man. This has been a hard one to do. And here they are, getting bombed. Bomb, 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 the whales. Bomb, 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 dolphins again. Right up their blowholes. Yep. It's raining chem into them. It's raining chem. How does that make you feel? How's your nose running? Breathing this kind of shit where you are? This happening in your skies? Yes, it is. I ain't found a place in the world yet it don't happen. There is nowhere you can run from the sky. Underground, the sky's still above the ground. As above, so below. And as I see stuff like this, I think it blows. So that's all I'm going to do for tonight. Big love, people. Peace.